Colorado High School Activities Association Baseball is on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network this afternoon on a windy Thursday from Sunset Baseball Field. It's a Patriot League clash as the visiting Eaton Reds take on the Brush Bead Diggers along with the Schwami. Paul Acosta, I'm John Beltran, will be battling the elements throughout the course of this game with a wind in excess of 20 miles an hour. And when it's Brush and Eaton, Schwami, you can expect some big things. Certainly a very good game.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be a battle of the two tops, I think, to be honest with you, John. I've watched Fort Morgan contend against Brush, and Fort Morgan's a great contender, and watching them play what they did with Brush, I mean, Brush only lost that one based on a couple of errors. I mean, I don't even think that was accounted as a run batted in on him. So they're a pretty tough team. Seeing Hondo out there, we hope he can bounce back. We know how last year was for him a bit, but, we talked about that prior to the game. I think he should do good.
Well, he actually threw a gem last year here. It was a 2-0 loss, but then you're referring to the playoff game where things just fell apart in the bottom of the sixth inning, and Eaton eliminated Brush 6-4. Starting lineup for the Reds. Batting first is the second baseman, Ben Richter. Jaden Stone, the center fielder, hits second. Batting third is Walker Martin. The fourth hitter is Ryder True. Batting fifth, the pitcher, Tate Smith. Dirt Duncan, the third baseman, at sixth. Garrett Garrettson, the DH, at seventh. Batting eighth is the left fielder, Jared McCormick, and Mitch Haythorne will be batting ninth, and he is the first baseman. Ryder True, by the way, behind the plate. As Schwami mentioned, Hondo on the mound. Alejandro Matos Garcia. Opening pitch brought to you by Buildings by Design, the best in the business. Quality, commitment, and experience makes Buildings by Design the only choice when it comes to your next project. Swing and a miss on a fastball down and away. We'll set the Bead Digger defense here momentarily.
Wind's going to be a factor on these pitches as well, John.
And the pitch swung on and popped up, and that ball is drifting way foul and off to the left. That was starting out over the catcher, and that wind in our face, kind of in our face. Now it's 0-2, and you're right, just off that second pitch, Schwami.
Absolutely, and it's going to be a factor, like you said, in 20-plus miles an hour. But hey, it's 70 degrees, so we've got a good start.
And even 70 here, right. Here's the wind and the 0-2 pitch. Fastball is must have been a little bit up and away, but pretty close to. That's a borderline pitch.
Richter's been their best hitter so far for the Reds, batting at 800 right now. So he's kind of been their solid stick to lead them off.
He's one of the 5 starters returning from last year's team. 1-2, swung on and tapped foul up the right side towards the on-deck circle occupied by Jaden Stone. The Bead Diggers have Kyle Wellen at first. Sam Metlin's the second baseman. At third is Seth Hinojosa, Braxton Shelton at short. In the outfield, Caden Schwinton left, Caden Moriarty in center, Ivan Cardenas in right, Ty Griffith behind the plate. And the 1-2 to the right-handed hitting Ben Richter. Swing and a miss on a check swing on the breaking ball.
And he stepped out of the box, so nowhere to throw down first.
And one down just like that. And that pitch, Paul, that pitch was nasty, buddy.
It was. So much that even Ty had a hard time controlling it. But batter stepped out, made it much easier one safe way to get him out at first there.
Now Jaden Stone certainly was a thorn on the Bead Diggers' side in that 5-run sixth inning.
Yeah, on the left-handed batter here, he's averaging 500 so far in the season.
Of course, Eaton's played just one game. The pitch, fastball is a strike on the outer half belt high, and it's no balls and 1 strike.
Came with a lot of heat on that one.
Yeah, I don't know what his fastball's up to, but it's got to be close to 90.
Absolutely.
Upper 80s or 90. And the pitch, and that is upstairs, just a little bit above the belt, and the count levels at 1 ball and 1 strike. Here to Jaden Stone, the left-handed hitting center fielder for Eaton. And Hondo delivers. Swing and a miss, a late swing there, and the count is now at 1-2. And it's hard, man. That pure gas. Now you know the 2-strike approach is completely different, Paul.
Absolutely. And I'll tell you what, he was way behind that last pitch. Not even close.
And the offering outside.
Tried to pick him on the corner.
2-2. The Bead Digger pitching staff in 12 2/3 innings has allowed just 1 run, and as you mentioned, unearned run. And the offering swung on and fouled off to the left and out of play.
That's probably going to go over to the basketball courts behind us with that wind.
It is brutal.
It's bad.
I mean, Thank goodness that it's not about 10 degrees cooler. If not, we might be suffering. It's a wind, but it's also a breeze when it's warmer.
Absolutely, it is. Coming out of center field, too, right at us.
2-2 pitch. Breaking ball is upstairs.
Didn't quite get the break he wanted on that, but that's all right. Maybe he knew he had a pitch to work with, so if he was going to get a chase on it.
Now, we haven't fired Evan James. He'll be with me throughout the course of the season, especially on the road. 3-2 pitch inside, and it's a walk. You're ahead of the hitter 1-2, and Hondo loses Jaden Stone. So with 1 on and 1 out, here's Walker Martin, the University of Arkansas commit, only a junior.
Batting .250 so far. Like I said, out of 1 game, so still early stats. So,
I mean, he'll be batting close to 380 by the end of the year, undoubtedly.
Absolutely.
And the thing with Eaton, Paul, I don't know where they find him, but they always have 2 or 3 left-handed hitters. It's never like Brush's lineup is all righties except K-Dog.
Right. Very limited.
From refrigerators to vacuums and everything in between, B&B Appliance is exactly what you're looking for. B&B Appliance in Fort Morgan.
Stone's got a big lead.
It's a good 3-step advantage, the stretch. And the pitch, swinging a foul. One with a fastball, try to tie him up. No balls and 1 strike. The B-Diggers were supposed to play in Eaton.
Past 2 days.
Yeah, and quite frankly, Tuesday the weather was not good, but yesterday, you still had tons of wind. As fierce as the wind is here, it was even worse yesterday at close to 30 miles an hour.
Yeah, wind gust I saw reported in Fort Morgan was 51, I think.
Wow. All right, so. Maybe I'm underselling that. Throw back to first. And that back in time is Jaden Stone, who's got some speed over there. Richter True is on deck. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out, just underway. No score.
Reds only have 2 runners that have stolen in the season. Stone is not one of them. So.
Eaton is ranked first, defending 3A state champions. The B-Diggers ranked 5th in 3A. The pitch, fastball is low. Ball 2, check that. Ball 1, strike 1. Here to Walker Martin. Just an all-around great athlete, 3-sport athlete for Eaton.
Shows a lot of good poise in that box.
And they've got road uniforms now. They used to have just pinstripe for every game, but they've got bright red jerseys.
Yeah, looks nice. Tell you what, the boys' jerseys are fantastic, too.
Swinging a foul off to the left. Yeah, I love the brush pinstripe uniforms, but they haven't played on the road yet, so I wonder, they'll probably stick with a road jersey as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I like when you have home and road. I don't like the same uniform for the entire. Even when I was in high school, we had 3 different jerseys.
True.
And, just like the way it is in every sport, basketball, football. But Eaton, because it's baseball, it's a different story. You can stick with 1 uniform if you'd like, but that's not what's happening this year. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. 1 on. Walker Martin, the number 3 hitter for Eaton. Off of first is Stone, about a 3-step lead. Hondo, chest level, delivers, runner going. That's up and away. The throw to second is up the second base side, and it skips away. And it's a stolen base for Jaden Stone.
And luckily for the B-Digger, Stone actually, I think he hit that ball and that knocked it down, so it was able to keep it close to the second baseman. So it made it salvageable. He didn't get an extra base on that.
Right.
That's a tough throw in the wind, too, John. I mean, he had a great step throw there by Ty Griffith, but just that wind is not helping at all.
No, I mean, Griffith has a cannon, but there was no way I was going to throw him out there, and Stone's got some speed.
Yeah.
2-2 with a runner in scoring position here in the top of the first inning. And the wind is relentless, the stretch. And the offering, and that's down and in.
Boy, I really thought that was close. It came close on the knees, but it looks like it just went slightly below. He went deep inside on him, though.
3 balls and 2 strikes. Boy, and these Eaton hitters, they're not going to give you anything. They are disciplined. Walker Martin, that's why he's a Division I player here in 2 years, less than 2 years. And the 3-2 pitch. Upstairs, it's a walk, the second walk in as many hitters. And the second time he's walked a hitter on a 3-2 pitch.
Yeah, so it's going to be tough, situation plays now. Here you got runners at first and second, so, hopefully the wind will help. I mean, infield fly would really be good at this point, but, you can only wish for those type of things.
Yeah, because you can actually drop that and it's still an out.
Absolutely.
Richter True from the right side. Well, maybe this is good luck because you retired the right-handed hitter and the 2 lefties reached on bases on balls. The pitch swung on, that ball's driven deep into left center field, and that is way back towards the fence. It's off the bottom of the fence. Stone is around third. He's going to score. Walker Martin getting the green light. The throw towards the plate is up the first base side, and it's a 2-run double for Richter True, and the Reds are off to a 2-0 lead in the top of the first inning.
Wow, he was all over that fastball. He took it deep to left, to just about left center field. And I'll tell you what, the wind kept that in because that was going over on a clear no wind day.
Well, the problem, Schwami, that thing was center cut. I mean, that's a very hittable fastball. I don't care how fast it's coming.
Absolutely.
Here we go with the number 5 hitter in Tate Smith. Again, he lost 2-0, and I think those runs were scored in the first inning last year, and now it's 2-0. But a runner in scoring position.
Smith is hitless so far this season.
Swung on. That's going to be maybe a hit to his right. It's going to be caught by Ivan. The throw back to second, and that's going to be late on the line drive. Nice job by Cardenas closing the gap on that ball that was twisting towards the right fielder. And there's 2 down, but that ball was hit extremely hard.
Extremely hard, and right off the first pitch, and it was, I thought it might get that curve from that wind, but beautiful job by Ivan Cardenas picking it up and getting it down. Almost had him at second, too.
It was close. Dirk Duncan now from the right side with 2 on and 2 out. The stretch by Hondo. And the pitch swung on and popped foul, and out of play off to the right. No balls and 1 strike.
Duncan 333 so far for the beginning of the season, but again, we all know it's still beginning. First game they've only had.
But Schwami, this is why you can't walk hitters. You can't walk hitters.
No, you can't.
Eaton takes advantage of everything. No balls and 1 strike. The stretch. And Duncan awaits the pitch, but a step off.
Just for you all out there on Radio Land, it is moving basically from right to left, the wind. There are times that it comes dead center, but then it blows in from right field.
And the fastball is outside. The count levels at 1-1. Richter True has delivered a 2-run double to give Eaton the early lead.
84 was that last pitch.
Yeah, and it looked like he took something off it. 1 ball and 1 strike. Off of second. The pitch. That is outside. 2-1. Yeah, that just missed.
You ain't kidding. They're so disciplined. They're watching that ball all the way in every time.
I mean, those are close, but that's a ball.
Yeah, absolutely.
Duncan hitting with an open stance for the right side. Hondo looking to get out of this jam with just 2 runs allowed. The pitch. Fastball is up and in. And so far, he's all over the place, Paul. 12 balls and 12 strikes for Hondo. Remember, 110 pitch limit when you've had at least 3 days rest, and everybody's well rested for Brush.
Yeah, absolutely.
The stretch, it says 3-1, but I believe that count is swung on and lifted into right field. Cardenas is going back, now to his left. Range is under, it's still going, and it's going to make the 2-handed grab.
I'll tell you what, difficult to catch that one on that wind.
And that was on a 3-1 pitch. And the inning is over, or the first half inning. Eaton scores 2 runs. And they do it on 1 hit. No errors and a man left in scoring position. To the bottom of the first, Eaton 2. And the Beat Diggers are coming to bat on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. The Beat Diggers starting lineup is brought to you by Equitable Savings and Loan. Mobile banking on the go makes banking easier for you when you're on the go. Check them out today. Equitable Savings and Loan. Batting first is the catcher Ty Griffith. The first baseman Kyle Wellen hits second. It's an all-senior lineup except Ty Griffith. Braxton Shelton is shortstop. It's third. The cleanup hitter is the pitcher Alejandro Matos Garcia. Second baseman Sam Metlin hits fifth. Ivan Cardenas, the right fielder, bats sixth. The center fielder Caden Moriarty hits seventh. Cesar Hinojos, the third baseman, hits eighth. And batting ninth is the left fielder Caden Schwint. Defensively, it is Mitch Haythorne at first for Eaton. Ben Richter at second. Dirk Duncan's the third baseman. And between him at short is Walker Martin. Jared McCormick is in left. Jaden Stone in center. Hayden Vigetia is in right. Behind the plate is Richter True and right-hander Tate Smith. This guy's got a lot of length, Paul, is on the mound.
Yeah, he has a big step. I watched him in the practice there, and he looks fantastic. So we'll see how it goes. Let's hope Ty can do the same thing, get us on the base early.
Griffith hitting .529, 4 out of 7. The pitch. Fastball is up and in. Hit a 2-run blast in his final at-bat against Platte Valley. And correct me if I'm wrong in any of those numbers, Swami, because I'm going off my phone and you've got the max preps, which is even more official.
Yeah, he's batting .571 on max preps and showing.
That's what I meant, 571. Yeah, I knew it was over 500. I just did terrible math. And the 1-0 pitch, fastball is up and in. It looks like Tate Smith through the first 2 pitches is running on adrenaline. He's bringing it up there, but the ball is staying high. Eaton with a 2-0 lead on the 2-run double by catcher Richter True. And Tate Smith delivers. Fastball is down the middle for a strike, thigh high. Ball 2, strike 1.
Yeah, he had to take that one. He was up 2-0.
Well, that's the one thing against Fort Morgan. The Bee-Diggers were so aggressive they didn't draw a walk. Swung on, that's grounded right side. Nice play by the first baseman Haythorne, tossing to first and the pitcher covering. And out number 1 is Ty Griffith. Nice job. Haythorne to Tate Smith, and there's 1 down.
It was basically a race to the base.
Well, and the pitcher's going to win that every time unless you got a left-handed hitter up there.
Yeah.
That'll send up Kyle Wellen.
Batting .333.
He's had a base hit in both games. In both games, he was 1 for 3. Against Fort Morgan and Platte Valley. The pitch swung on. That ball is grounded to third. A nice, easy play and a throw to first by Dirk Duncan. And Wellen is retired on 1 pitch, and there's 2 down.
Wow, Duncan is very poised out there. That didn't even phase him a bit, John. He had that, and he had time to take a hop, step, and throw.
Well, it's the hot corner, and sometimes when the ball's hit harder, it's actually easier, Swami, because you're used to that.
Absolutely.
It's those little slow rollers or those in-betweeners that give you more trouble. Here's Braxton Shelton. Shelton homered against Platte Valley. The pitch. Fastball is a strike. He's had a good season so far at the plate.
Yeah, .333 is where he's hitting, and like you said, he's got the home run listed to him.
0-1 here to Shelton. Alabama Birmingham commit. 2 down and the base is empty. The Reds lead 2-0 in the bottom of the first inning. And the pitch. And that's a strike. A little bit of a bender there as the sun disappears.
And it drops about 10 degrees.
Yeah, easily. I mean, we still have wind, but we're doing our best to cover up that wind. 0-2 with a slightly open stance. And Tate Smith comes home. And that ball hit him. Oh, gosh. Got him in that left leg below the kneecap. I think he's all right.
A 90-mile-an-hour pitch there.
Wow.
He didn't have much time to turn either, John. That was pretty quick.
Yeah, thank goodness that it did not get him in the knee. At least we hope it didn't.
Yeah, they're going to give him some time to walk this one off because he took that pretty hard.
That'll send up Alejandro Matos Garcia. He can help his own cause. And that's a huge mistake there by Smith. You got him down 0-2. As good a hitter as Shelton is, I mean, throw it anywhere but at the hitter.
Right. And, you know, that I don't think the wind helped either. I think he tried to go inside. That wind just pulling that ball right in there too, John. So anything you go inside on those right-handed hitters, you're going to hit them. That wind's pretty tough unless they move quick enough.
Hondo has 1 hit so far this year. The pitch, fastball down and away. As predicted, you go down and away as soon as you hit somebody.
89 mile an hour on that last one.
1 ball and no strikes. Shelton with about a 2.5-step lead. He's got a stolen base on the season. That came against Fort Morgan the stretch. And the pitch. Fastball is upstairs. 2-0.
Well, Brush might get their wish. They wanted a couple of runners on too, so we'll see how it goes.
Well, it took just 5 pitches to retire 2 hitters. Now he's thrown 5 pitches to Shelton and Hondo combined. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 down, 2-0 Eaton, bottom 1. And the offering. That's a fastball for a strike on the outer half at the knees. And the count moves to 2-1 to Alejandro Matos Garcia, right-handed hitting senior for the Brush Bee-Diggers.
85 mile an hour last pitch.
And sometimes you're more effective taking some velocity off. And the offering. Swing, and a miss, blew it by him right down the middle. And the count levels at 2-2.
Shelton seems to be looking all right after that.
Yep, he's got to watch for the hook here. The pitch swung on and lifted, foul, out of play on the breaking ball.
Smart move, fouled it off, knew that it was going to come in his way anyway.
Well, and if you're a good hitter, your 2-strike approach, again, it's got to be different than your 0 or 1-strike approach, especially against a guy like this who can bring it.
Yeah.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, a man at first. He takes off, and the pitch Swung on and lifted into the infield on the right side, foul territory. The catcher, True, towards the screen, is going to drop the ball. He's going to drop the ball. He had the face of the glove towards the sky. Should have been a basket catch, considering that his momentum was still carrying him towards the fence. It remains at 2-2, but that is scored an error, even though there's no base runner.
Tell you what, that wind, it's just killing him. It killed him. I can't believe it. You could see that thing moving closer and closer towards us.
Yeah, I mean, it's a tough error, but clearly an error.
Absolutely.
That's got to end the inning right there, and it doesn't. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Hondo. And the pitch, fastball down and away. And let me tell you, if that was not a strike, Shelton would have had a stolen base by a mile. He got a huge jump. In fact, had Tate Smith stepped off the mound, he probably would have gotten Shelton at second.
Yeah, he was way early.
3-2. Shelton will be going here. And the offering. Swung on and tapped over the mound. The shortstop, Martin, on the second hop. Throws on the run for the out. And Hondo is retired. That's the end of the first inning. For the Beat Diggers in the frame, no runs on no hits, no errors, and a man left. We head to the second. Eaton 2, Brush nothing on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. John Beltran back with Paul Acosta. We head to the top of the second inning in Brush, and the Beat Diggers trailed 2-0 on a 2-run double by Richter True. And again, you cannot give away free bases, and Hondo walked the second and third hitters, and they both came home to roost. And at this point, if the Beat Diggers can't generate much offense, 2-0 as the game gets deeper, Swami's going to seem like 5 or 6-0 because Eaton does that to teams.
Absolutely. They just chop away a little bit at a time to get their leads up on people, and eventually they know that they're going to be victorious on it. Brush had some opportunities at the bottom of the first. I mean, they did have the runner on with Shelton and thought they could bring him home and just couldn't get through. And those first 2 outs, like we mentioned, was a killer to them, so that they only had 1 good shot with Hondo.
It'll be Garrett Garrettson, Jared McCormick, and Mitch Haythorne against the right-hander Alejandro Matos Garcia. At least here with the bottom of the lineup, these are 3 new starters. Haythorne, for instance, is only a sophomore. This hitter is only a 10th grader. Let's see if that inexperience, well, check that. He's the 3rd hitter in the inning. But he is only a sophomore, and Haythorne, the number 9 hitter in this lineup.
He's 2 for 2 for the season, though.
Yeah,
showing on the books that he's their best hitter, old Garrison here.
Yep, that was a 14-4 victory over Mountain View. And Hondo gets ready to begin inning number 2 on a 70-degree afternoon in Brush. The pitch, fastball is up and away. Now, Swami will be with me on Saturday. We'll split doubleheader duties against Weld Central. And Weld Central's really scuffled. Those are expected to be 5-inning games.
Sunny and 80 is the forecast.
Perfect. That's a strike just below the letters with a heater. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Could be tough for Garrison here, though. He probably hasn't faced a pitcher of this caliber for the season.
Nope. And neither have the next 2 hitters. And Hondo comes home. Fastball is outside.
Boy, that just missed. 85.
Well, and the thing is, the harder the pitch is, the more difficult it is to frame for the catcher. So you're not going to get that call. And the 2-1 offering. Swing and a miss.
Wasn't even close.
Bottom half of the zone, and it's 2-2.
Hondo took a little off that, too. That was at 81, so.
And he's going to be more effective doing that at times.
Yeah, absolutely.
Got to change speeds. Boy, I mean, Garrettson, he's almost out of the box. Yeah, that's out of the box to me. Look at his back foot, the pitch. And the bender's in the dirt. I don't know how that's not out of the box. If your toe's over the line. I mean, look at that back foot. That's got to be, he's got to get him off the plate a little bit.
Yeah, he's hugging it really tight. And
that's out of the box.
His toes are over the line.
Yeah, he's out of the box. That should not be allowed. And the 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss and a fastball letter high. Didn't even phase Hondo. Strikeout number 2. And that'll send up the number 8 hitter, Jared McCormick, as Garrett Garrettson goes down.
That tightness to the plate made him have a short stick, so he had no shot.
Well, and if you throw something inside, he can't even hit it.
Yeah.
This is the 3rd left-handed hitter in the Eaton lineup. Here's the wind of the pitch. Fastball is a strike. Wow, I think they got a little bit of a call there. That was up and in, but it just got the corner. No balls and 1 strike.
McCormick's only had 1 at-bats this year, and he's got a first hit of it. So he's 1 for 1.
Well, he might have had more plate appearances if they gave him walks. Breaking ball, a strike on the outer half, beautifully framed, but they didn't need the frame, just above the knees, and it's 0-2.
Well, that was a beautiful bender. Came in perfectly. He wasn't even expecting it.
Hondo has a shortened his pitch count this inning after a busy first inning. And the offering, fouled off the screen to the left. Count remains at 0-2. 2-0 Eaton. Leading Brush here in the top of the second inning from Sunset Baseball Field.
83-mile-an-hour one, courtesy of Swami Vision.
I love it. I love that. I'll take that any time. The Swami Vision, the pitch, down and in, and it clipped his foot. Yep, you could hear it right here. It clipped the inside of his front foot. And that's the second batter in this game that's been hit on an 0-2 pitch, one by each starter.
So that's a bit devastating, especially you said you're up 0-2 and you lose them.
That'll send up Mitch Haythorne from the right side. As Swami mentioned, 2 hits this year and 2 at-bats. And a very good 3-point shooter, too, for Eaton. The Bay Diggers have yet to turn a double play this year. They could use one right now to end this top half of the second.
Kid's a sophomore here at the plate.
Yep. And the offering. Swung on in line down the right side. Yvonne's going back, and it's off his glove and towards the line and towards the fence. Haythorne to second as the ball comes back in. And now the lead runner to third on the throw. That's going to be one hopped over there to Cesar Hinojos. That will go as an error against Ivan Cardenas. He misjudged it, went back, but still should have made that play. Paul, and now second and third with 1 out.
Left side of the glove, you see it bounced off, and that thing just ran about 20 more feet. And he actually had a hard time picking it up and getting it thrown back in. So, I mean, no runs scored, but now Hondo's going to have to buckle down.
Here we go with Ben Richter. He struck out swinging his first time up. The Bee Diggers have to play the infield. It looks like it's playing halfway right now. Out of the windup. Well, that's a huge error there against Yvonne. And now time is called. And you're right. I mean, that was wind aided. But he made the adjustment after, actually, as you mentioned, misreading it, and should have made the catch.
Should have been an easy one.
And the pitch. And the breaking ball goes behind him.
Lost that one. Just needs to have a little better confidence in himself, relax, get through this inning.
Now the infield is playing in. 1 ball, no strikes. 2-0 Eaton. 2 on and 1 out here in the top half of the second. The pitch swung on, lined, base hit into right center field. That's going to score at least 1 run. Haythorne's going to be held up at third on the RBI single from Ben Richter. And the Reds now lead the Bee Diggers 3-0 as McCormick crosses home plate.
Boy, that was a nice line driver. I couldn't tell if I got blocked by the official there, but did he have to jump for that, or did he just miss that out of his reach?
Yeah, Metlin lunged for it, but it was clearly over his glove. Did everything he could do. And now there's more trouble here with Jaden Stone. He walked on a 3-2 pitch and scored on the 2-run double by Ryder True. Now the Bee Diggers really need a double play. At the corner, 1 across here in the second. Hondo to the plate. Fastball, a strike, took something off it on the inside corner.
Looked good, kept it in there, just focus on the runner or batter. Not focusing on the 2 runners, give it a strike. 80-mile-an-hour on that one.
No balls and 1 strike here to Jaden Stone from the left side. Haythorne at third, Richter at first. Throw back to first. Back in standing is Richter.
Well, you got to keep him at first, too, so you can get that double play you're set up for it, too.
Well, it can't be an automatic stolen base like we see with other high school teams. Yeah, you've got to keep the double play intact, especially down 3-0 in the early going.
Yeah.
The stretch by Hondo. The pitch swung on and fouled off to the left.
It's funny, all those folks that parked way back there on that street today need to worry because that wind is pulling that ball all the way over there.
Yeah, big time. 0-2 here to Jaden Stone. But now you need this out pitch. He's got 2 strikeouts, but you need the out pitch.
Gonna have to come with something good here.
Hondo to the plate. Runner goes. Breaking ball is off the glove of Griffith. No advance by the runner at third. However, is a straight up steal by Ben Richter.
And you lose the double play now, John. So
You know, they don't call pitch outs anymore in baseball. It's weird. Not even at the major league level.
Yeah, that's true. I have seen that. They got long ago. They do that quite often.
Yeah, it's like you can't waste a pitch. That would have been a great pitch to waste, not on a breaking ball, but now it's 1-2 as stepping out of Stone. I mean, if this game gets to 5-6-0, you never count out the Bee Diggers, but any other team in the state, you feel you can come back against Eaton? We'll see. Infield is in. The pitch swung on and popped foul out of play off to the left. And the count remains at 1-2. Huge crowd up the third base side, even with the Reds and beyond the outfield fences. I'm not sure how many are tuning in here, but thanks to those who are tuning in to 10-10 for this huge Patriot League game in late March. And the pitch upstairs with a fastball.
Tried to frame that. Didn't quite get it.
Well, the problem is he's up to 43 pitches.
What is it, 101?
It's 110.
110?
He's almost halfway there. The offering, swung on, grounded up the middle, base hit into center field. Haythorne scores. Richter around third. He's sent to the plate, and the throw's not going to get all the way through. Now it does, and the ball gets away. And to second on the 2-run single is Jaden Stone. And that'll be a Bee Digger error as it got away. And it's now 5-0 Eaton with a 3-run second, and they're still hitting.
Yeah, it seems like they're just stressing out over this right now. They need to relax the whole team and get going here. That was a pretty rough throw, but again, you got to blame the wind a little bit too on this. It's making it tough conditions.
Well, the air's on Moriarty. That throw was into the ground, and it went all the way through. Should have been cut off. There was no play at the plate, Paul. No play at the plate.
None.
Here's Walker Martin. He walked and scored. And the pitch, down and in. The Reds have 2 hits in the inning, and every one of their hits is driven in a run. The 2-run double by True in the first, then an RBI single here in the second, then that 2-run single by Jaden Stone. And still only 1 out. The offering. Breaking ball's a strike at the knees. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Yeah, big slow curve that he got him at. 67 is where that was clocked at.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on, 3 across in the second. Eaton leads Brush. In Brush, 5-0. And the pitch, down and in, nearly clipped him.
First pitch did the same thing, too.
Well, this will be the final inning for Hondo. I don't see how you send him out for the third.
Absolutely.
He has not looked good at all. He's struck out 2. He's hit a batter, and that's what started this whole thing. You got the first guy, then you hit a batter, and nobody's been retired since then. The stretch and the offering. Swung on. That's chopped foul up the first base side. And the count now sitting at 2-2.
Tell you what, this Eaton team battles back even on those second strikes. They're going to try to foul it like crazy to keep alive.
Well, that's why they've got, I think, 12 state championships.
Yeah, they're so good
in
about
baseball,
extending that count to get that walk if they have to.
The stretch. Hondo looks back and the pitch. Breaking ball called strike 3. A beautiful pitch on the outer half. 2 strikeouts in the inning, 3 in the game, as Walker Martin, a Division I prospect, goes down.
Hey, I don't think he agreed with that call, but it looked really good. That thing was a nice slow curve that came in on him.
Yeah, tough to see the body language. I think he knew in the end that was a strike. Richter True with a 2-run double in the first inning. The pitch, that one hangs upstairs. 1 ball and no strikes. The Bee Diggers have lots of work to do, but have to get out of this inning first. Off of second is Jaden Stone. Hondo near the belt. The pitch way outside. Went with the heat. 2 balls and no strikes.
Well, last inning when he had that line drive, I think he had a nice fastball that came inside and he was all over it. So Hondo's trying to stay away from that again.
Yeah, he went breaking ball then fastball, but you're right. He's staying out of that zone. The pitch up and in. Well, a walk here is not bad. You have a base open.
Absolutely.
However, the next hitter, Tate Smith, you remember, hit that line drive to right field. He was all over the pitch thrown by Hondo right after the double. Let's see if he just throws a pitch down the middle. 3-0. Swung on that, is grounded to short. Backing up is Shelton. He sets, he throws low, and it's scooped up nicely by Kyle Wellen. That's a heck of a play at first base on the throw into the dirt. And grounding out on a 3-0 pitch is right or true. However, in the inning, 3 runs on 2 hits. 2 errors and a man left. An inning and a half complete. Eaton 5, Brush nothing on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Let's get to the bottom of the second inning. Eaton 5, Brush nothing. The Bay Diggers will be sending up the 5, 6, and 7 hitters. Sam Metlin, Ivan Cardenas, and Caden Moriarty against right-hander Tate Smith.
They still got some good hitters still in this lower part of the lineup. That's the good thing about the Beat Diggers. They can spread them out pretty well. So, and all those seniors, lots of experience.
Well, yeah, they've got the experience. They just got to hit good pitching now.
Yep, absolutely.
Remember, Colin Farley threw a complete Game 6 hitter for Fort Morgan, and he was just spotting pitches. And this pitch is up and in to Metlin, 1 ball and no strikes.
88-mile-an-hour pitch there.
Tate Smith threw 16 pitches in the opening frame. And the 1-0. Fastball is swung on and driven foul down the right side, giving chase along the line is Vigheria. And he nearly was able to come up with it, but the ball was twisting away. Nice dive out there, and it's 1-1.
Just seemed like a minimal swing that he did it, like a chop swing at that, too. I don't think he got all of that, but that thing took off pretty well.
Well, with that velocity,
yeah,
the bat can do all the work.
Exactly.
1 ball and 1 strike here to Sam Metlin, the number 5 hitter for Brush. With an open stance for the right side. And the pitch. Breaking ball swung on and hit off the fist. On 1 hop, bobbled by Richter, throws to first in time. He stayed with it as that ball was cued out there a little bit towards the second baseman. And Metlin is retired for the first out of the second.
Yeah, that thing hit the ground and bounced off hard to the right on him, and then it was just difficult to play, but he stayed with it, like you said, kept it in front of him, and continued to throw to first.
Well, that's one of those you don't try to feel with a glove, you try to feel with your body.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, on the left side, you got to do glove, because if not, he'll be safe, but the short throw, the pitch to Ivan, swing and a miss, blew it right by him with a fastball, letter high, it's 0-1. Again, we're sitting steady at 70 degrees. And Tate Smith to the plate. Fastball is up and in. 1 ball and 1 strike. The line score for the Reds, 5 runs on 3 hits. They've committed an error, left 2 on base. No runs, no hits, 2 errors for Brush. They have left 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out the pitch. That is upstairs with another heater. 2 balls and 1 strike here to Ivan Cardenas.
He's been throwing in about the high 80s on these pitches, too, so he's pretty consistent on that.
And it's harder to hit that pitch if it's up in the zone, at least solid contact. The offering, swing and a foul to the screen. Right on top of that pitch as the wind momentarily has died down.
Yeah, it's definitely not in the 20s now.
No.
As soon as the clouds come over, though, I'll tell you what, it does drop 10 degrees here, John.
Oh, it'll change, yep, without a doubt.
Cool.
And the pitch, up and in. Ball 3, strike 2.
Vaughn's fighting his way through on this, taking that count deep, so we'll see what we can get here. Hopefully he can get on base. Last pitch at 79. Took a little heat off.
3 balls and 2 strikes with the bases empty. 5-0 Eaton the pitch. Swinging a foul to the screen. That's a good, solid, compact swing by Ivan to extend the at-bat.
Yeah, 90-mile-an-hour pitch, too. I mean, he really fought it off hard.
Slightly open stance from the right side. Another 3-2 pitch is coming here to Ivan Cardenas. Here it is. Swing and a pop-up in foul territory. And that one's over everybody. Watch out there because there were some kids standing in the area behind the press box. And that started off towards the catcher in foul territory, and it drifted way, way back.
Non-windy day, that's a playable one.
It remains at 3-2. Another payoff pitch is coming up here to Ivan, and he calls time.
tell you what, he's fighting this pitcher off really well.
Even if he strikes out, it's a great at bat.
Absolutely, he got extra pitches from him.
And the 3-2. Down and away. It's an even better plate appearance. A walk.
Playing some Eaton ball there. It took a little bit of their strategy to make it work.
Not just a bank in Colorado, they're Bank of Colorado, proud supporter of local sports and academics. That's Bank of Colorado. The Beet Diggers have their second base runner after Shelton was hit by a pitch with 2 strikes and 2 outs in the first. Moriarty has 1 base hit this year. He really scuffled against Fort Morgan. 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts.
Well, the lefties have been difficult for Brush. Maybe it can be the same for the Reds, especially with the wind.
Oh, yeah. And the pitch. Runner going. That is a strike that throws up the shortstop side to slide, and he's going to be safe. Boy, a nice slide to the outfield side of the bag for Ivan Cardenas as the tag was applied by Richter. Strong throw by Ryder True, but it's a stolen base, and the Beet Diggers took a chance, and it paid off.
True tried to throw it a little bit to the left to use the wind to help him on that, but not quite there. Ivan had a great step off the base.
That's a good point, Swami, because you figure it would drift towards the second base side. No balls and 1 strike, and the offering. Swinging a foul in on the fists.
Caden looks like he's got the timing on it now. He just needs to put it in play. So he's down 0-2, so he's going to have to choke it up and play some good ball here.
No balls and 2 strikes here on Caden Moriarty.
Wind picks up.
Yep, big time. 5-0. Eaton really picking up the stretch. And the offering. That is just outside. Swami, you've got to have onions to take that pitch.
Exactly. That was pretty darn close. Unbelievable.
Yeah, I thought they're going to ring him up.
I thought the lawnmower was going to be started on that one.
There you go. Well, we're going to be using our lawnmowers pretty soon here.
Absolutely.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, 1 on. 5-0 Eaton in the second. Tate Smith to Moriarty. Swung on and grounded up the middle. The shortstop Martin to his left, behind the bag, slings it to first for the out. Advancing to third is Ivan. There's 2 down.
Yep. Hey, we got a runner in scoring position now. Just need to take advantage of it and go. But that Walker Martin's got a cannon there, John. He threw that with ease.
That's why he's playing at Arkansas, Swami. And he makes it look easy.
He does. It's just a routine to him.
Here's Cesar Hinojos.
My favorite athlete of the team here,
well,
probably.
I mean, you had a blast watching him in the football season. And in fact, the pitch up and in. Swami was on hand for both games on 10-10. The regular season lost to Severance and the semifinal victory, and he had a huge game in the semis, running all over that Silver Knights defense.
Yeah.
And that's not even his best sport. It's definitely basketball.
Exactly.
Over 1,000 career points. 1-0 pitch. That's a strike. I mean, this is his weakest sport, and he's still very good at baseball.
That one was 92, John, 92. The last one was 83. Took a little off.
1 ball, 1 strike, 2 down, a man at third. The Reds lead 5-0 in the bottom of the second inning. Hinojos from the right side. Tate Smith, the right-hander, comes home. Swung on, line foul, off to the right. Nice inside-out swing, and now you got to watch out for everything.
Yeah, I think he's probably going to come in with his heat. That's been his strength. I mean, if you're up 1-2, might as well take a couple. He might even throw some dirty stuff here in a moment.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Well, anytime they're late on a swing, you usually stick with a fastball. Let's see if that's the decision. The pitch, swing and a foul. That's what he's doing.
And
straight back.
As normal. They're fighting back. The boys are battling hard. Keep extending that count.
Yeah, eventually you don't want to try to fool the hitter too much, but you don't want to throw too many fastballs at the same time, so Smith might change it up on this pitch. 300 down the lines, 380 straight away would be very difficult to homer today with this wind, which is blowing in a couple of different directions. And the offering, swing and a miss, and that was a nasty breaking ball. And going down on strikes, Cesar Hinojos. And that ends inning number 2. No runs, no hits, no errors, and a man left in scoring position. To the third we go in Brush. Eaton 5, the Beet Diggers nothing. This is Brush Beet Digger Baseball on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Despite struggling over the first 2 innings, Alejandro Matos Garcia is back on the mound, with Eaton leading Brush 5-0. And Swami, I think the thinking is the following. You play Eaton again on Monday. If you use up another pitcher this early, and he's thrown 53 pitches with this big of a deficit, then you're minimizing your chances to pull off a victory with your other pitchers on Monday. So I think that's why, even though I thought he'd be pulled.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think this is definitely what the plan is in action, because we got that doubleheader coming up on Saturday, right?
Yeah, but they won't use any of their top three pitchers there. Swung on and fouled off to the right. That is Tate Smith, who lined to right in the first inning. Yeah, they'll probably throw Sessad or Metlin or Jace Krieger. I think those three pitchers will go on Saturday. And the 0-1. And the breaking ball's a beauty on the inner half of the knees. That just froze him there.
He shook his head yes, too, as soon as he saw that go by. He knew that was a beautiful curve.
I'm more concerned about the second hitter. He's retired the first hitter of both innings. But the second hitter is where the rally started, and that's in the dirt, scooped up by Griffith. I mean, that's what the game is all about right now. So 1-2 to the number 2 hitter, walked him. 0-2 to the number 2 hitter in the second, hit him with a pitch.
True.
That's why it's 5-0 now. And the offering, up and in with a fastball. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Check them out at High Plains Bank in Wiggins, highplainsbank.com. Another outstanding sponsor of Morgan County Athletics. 2-2 pitch. Swung on and tapped foul right towards us behind the plate.
Thought you were going to pull out the old glove there, John, and grab that one.
Well, no, I had my one as a spectator on Saturday, Swami. The one I pulled off backhanded, by the way, so it wouldn't hit my car, which actually, if my car gets hit with a baseball, it appreciates in value. And the 2-2 pitch swung on and fouled off to the right one with a fastball upstairs.
I still think of my notorious time I was at the Rockies game and you guys gave me a good hard time with that, my beautiful pink shirt I had.
Okay, I've got a trivia question. Let's see how sharp your memory is here. 2 balls and 2 strikes. I'll never forget seeing that. Is that Paul? It was. And the pitch. That is a called strike 3. Fastball down the middle just above the knees. Strikeout number 4 for Hondo. And there's one down, 3rd consecutive inning. He's retired the leadoff hitter, but you got to get the number 2 guy, which he's failed to do the first 2 innings.
And a good hitter coming up, too.
Dirk Duncan hit that fly ball that was caught for the final out of the inning to Yvonne to end the first. Here's the wind and the pitch. That's a strike. Who were the Rockies playing that day when the home run was hit?
I knew you were going to ask me that.
Because I remember it perfectly. I'm going to give you 3 guesses.
Okay.
And so you got 3. 3's a lot because you were there and I wasn't, but I saw the game on television. The pitch. And that is a strike with a fastball in the outer half. It's 0-2. All right, guess number 1.
It wasn't the Dodgers. Was it the Dodgers?
Is that a guess?
Yes.
Up and in. That is incorrect. You got 2 more guesses.
Oh, man. Can you give me a hint? Was it National League, American League?
Well, it has to be National League. They rarely, it was, right. They have some interleague games. Okay,
Yeah,
it is National League. I'll tell you that.
Okay.
The pitch, and that is over but low with a breaking ball. It's 2-2.
Padres.
You have 1 more guess, and you almost got it right. There's your clue. You almost said the team.
Giants.
No.
San Francisco?
No. When I said you almost got the Padres, it was 2-2 pitch. Down and away.
It was the Padres?
It was the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Oh, man.
The Pirates. You were thinking, same division.
I did.
I was thinking pronunciation. Yes, it was the Pirates. And I think the Rockies lost that game like 6-2 or something.
They did. I do remember they lost.
Yeah. And the 3-2 pitch. That's off the glove of Griffith.
And lost him.
Yeah, and that's another second hitter that has reached the 3rd inning in a row, and they were all either free passes or hit by pitch.
Yeah.
And this is a mental stigma right now that Hondo has to overcome.
Sophomore Garrison coming up.
He struck out swinging his first time. Now, Hondo's been all over the place. 4 strikeouts, 3 walks, and a hit batsman. That's exactly what's going to lose a game. I mean, he's obviously doing his best out there. It's just not happening for him. 1 on and 1 out.
Wind's died down. Sorry.
That's a strike.
It's almost a perfect time, though. That wind died down.
Oh,
John.
yeah.
I was hoping for the steal there, and Ty would have probably had him.
Yeah, I don't know if Duncan's going to take off from first here. He's got a two-step lead. The stretch by Hondo. And the pitch to Garrison. Runner going down and away. Gets stuck in the glove of Griffith, and it's an easy steal, so I was completely wrong about that. But I tell you what, that sneaky speed over there by Duncan at first base, and now he's in scoring position.
He had a short lead, and then all of a sudden you just see him right when Hondo started his stretch, he was gone.
Eaton scored 2 runs in the first and 3 in the second. 5-0 here in the third, and calling time is Garrison. They're just playing smooth baseball right now.
Well, they are, and now that you got the runner at second, I mean, they got somebody in scoring position, and Eaton loves to take advantage of that, John. Bring him in.
Yep, and the pitch. Swing and a miss on a pitch up and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
He's up big on this player. Let's get him out, get the second out, and come out of this inning clean.
Duncan leads off of second. He's got a huge lead over there with Shelton playing towards the shortstop side of the bag. See if he sneaks in towards the second base side of the bag a little bit to keep Duncan close. 1 ball and 2 strikes, the stretch. And Hondo comes home. That is down and away. Took something off at the count levels at 2-2.
Pretty close on that one. I thought he was going to give it to him.
70 pitches deep is Alejandro Matos Garcia. He might have another 2 innings in him left at best.
And like you said, to keep the players ready for Monday, good move if they're going to go with it.
And the breaking ball swung on and missed. I thought it was in the dirt, but no, it's a clean catch there by Griffith. Strikeout number 5 as Garrison goes down swinging, 2 down.
He took so much off that and a beautiful curve right in there on that. So he's got to get through the senior of McCormick.
Well, all this tells you is that Hondo's release point is super inconsistent.
Yeah, I agree.
You can't have this type of line of 5 strikeouts, 3 walks, and a hit by pitch with a consistent release point. The pitch, that is a little bit down and in. McCormick was hit by an 0-2 pitch. That's what started the rally in the second.
The one that scraped off his toe, right?
Yep, with 1 out and the base is empty at that point. Off of second is Duncan. The stretch. And the offering. Swung on and grounded foul up the first base side towards the Reds dugout. And the count levels at 1-1. Here to McCormick.
As windy as it is, really good crowd out here, like you mentioned. Even out in left center field, it's just packed with cars and people sitting out there. So good support for both teams.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Or check it, 2 down, 1 on. The pitch in the dirt. It gets away from Griffith. Runner to third, no throw. It'll be a wild pitch.
Ty actually dropped it as well, too, when he picked it up.
Yeah, I mean, even if he had it clean, I think Duncan had the bag.
Yeah, he had no chance.
Two balls and 1 strike. Hondo out of the windup with a man at third base. And the pitch to McCormick. Swung on and fouled. That was up in the zone. It would have been ball 3 more than likely. And now it's 2-2. Let's see if he can put him away.
That helps Hondo get up on the count, so we'll see what goes.
And you got to get to Mitch Haythorne in the 4th inning because he's the 9-hitter, even though he has an RBI single.
He's done good with this curve here, John, to finish him off.
2-2 pitch. That breaking ball is up and in.
Just missed it. It's one of those he wanted to run off the mound with, huh?
Yeah, but it was, good pitch, but you're right, just missed. 3-2 is coming here to McCormick. The offering swung on and fisted foul and had a play off to the left.
Typical Eaton ball. We talked about keeping the count alive, and like that's Hondo's pitch count's up there now, isn't it? 60s?
Oh, no, it's 77.
No, we're 70-something, aren't we? You said 70s last time.
77 for Alejandro Matos Garcia. And here we go with a 3-2 pitch. Called strike 3. Fastball in the inner half. He strikes out the side. And the Reds are denied here in the third inning. The first inning, they do not score. No runs, no hits, no errors, and a man left. 2 1/2 innings are in the books. It is Eaton 5, Brush nothing on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. All right, let's head to the bottom of the third inning. I'm John Beltran with Paul Acosta, 5-0. Boy, the last several months, big for both of our families. I just had a daughter getting married. Your youngest survived, the COVID. Another grandchild in the family. Paul,
it's been a busy year. It's been a great year.
It's been a great year.
I can't say that because of my son getting sick, but he's healthy, and that's the best.
No, but that kid was a warrior, and it just proves that anything can happen to anybody at any time. And Andrew came through nicely.
Yeah.
Pitches up and into, and thank God for that. 1 ball and no strikes. Here to Jaden Stone.
We need him on base. He's super fast.
Up and in.
That's one thing I noticed about Caden in basketball. He's probably not one of the best players out there, but I'll tell you what, he was super fast.
His energy is ridiculous.
He created so many things. That's what I like about Caden.
Pitches a strike down the middle. Pretty good on special teams, too, in football.
Oh, yeah.
2-1 here to Schwint.
Now, that kid doesn't give up. He's got a great heart on him.
Well, he comes from an incredible family. Swung on and fouled off. And Caden was he might have led the team in hitting last year, him and Ty Griffith. He had a great junior season.
Yeah, he did.
It's just unfortunate that, the sophomore year was wiped out for these players, but that was the case with everybody who wanted to play baseball in 2020, and the season was cut off by the pandemic. The pitch, and that is upstairs. Schwint wanted to call time, not granted. And Smith was already in his windup, but it's 3-2.
Yeah, the umpires told him that you got to let me know a little bit earlier on that one.
3 balls and 2 strikes, 9-1-2. Eaton leads 5-0 in the third. And Smith to the plate. That is a called strike 3 fastball, outer half just above the knees. And Schwint is out number 1.
He had a lot of heat on that. He didn't even come with anything but that.
Not only heat, Schwami, massive location there. I mean, that was away and a really good pitch. And for Tate Smith, only a second strikeout. Griffith grounded to first base in the first. Smith gets a sign. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Wow.
Big cut there by Ty.
Off speed right there. And Griffith way out in front. No balls and 1 strike. The pitch. Swung on. That ball is grounded left side for a base hit into left field. Beyond the lunging Walker Martin. I mean, this Ty Griffith, he's just a great hitter.
He is, and being a junior, it's good to know that we've got him one more year after this. I'll tell you what, he's the only one that starts on this team.
He's the only one, yep.
Yeah. And he got speed at first base as well. Don't they usually courtesy him though, don't they?
Oh, it looks like he's still on there.
To keep him out, good.
Normally Austin Sisk Metzger has run for him. Here's Kyle Wellen. Throw back to first, back in diving is Ty Griffith.
Winds have died down here. Good chance here.
Wellen hit a sharp shot to the third baseman. Runner bluffs and a check swing foul to the screen. No balls and 1 strike.
Couldn't tell if Ty was going to go on that one or not.
Well, you want to get the catcher thinking and the pitcher thinking as well. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out, 5-0. Eaton leads Brush here in Brush in the bottom of the third inning. Throw back to first, back in diving is Griffith. Yep, this year's junior varsity is going to be a good portion of next year's team.
Exactly, yeah.
But, that happens to schools. You got to be in transition once in a while. Throw back to first, and back in diving again is Griffith.
Just when you think this wind, like it's dying down right now, like it's going to quit, and then
it doesn't.
10 minutes later, we're back to 50-mile-an-hour winds.
It's relentless, the stretch. Runner goes, and that's off the glove of Crew to the screen. It's a stolen base. Head first slide there as the ball went to the screen, so no pass ball. Count is now 1-1, and Griffith in scoring position. The Beat Diggers have 2 stolen bases in this game. The other from Ivan.
That's true.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on. The stretch by Tate Smith. The right-hander looks back and comes home. Fastball, a strike on the inner half at the knees. It's 1-2.
That's the pitch he was looking for, John. I thought he was going to take that one.
1-2 to Wellen. On deck is Braxton Shelton. And the offering, down and away. By the way, if you're wondering about pitch count for Smith, he's at 48. Not even halfway to the 110 that is allotted to all pitchers who haven't thrown or have at least 3 days rest.
It's half the amount that Hondo has, for the most part. Big chunk of it.
Yep. Looking back, coming home, swing and a miss. Got him on a fastball down and in. Strikeout number 2 of the inning. Number 3 of the game as Wellen goes down. And here's Shelton.
Braxton's had a pretty good season too, John. I think that he's got the home run too, didn't he? Yeah, him and Ty both.
2-run homers against Platte Valley.
Yeah. So he's coming in with some confidence here. Maybe we can get a bit advance.
Well, he had, I believe, 3 homers a year ago, 2 against Sterling in this park. The pitch swung on and chopped off the end of the bat near the plate. Charging as the pitcher, throw to first for the out. And Braxton Shelton retired 1-3. No runs, 1 hit. No errors and a base runner left. 3 complete. Eaton 5, Brush nothing on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Along with the Hall of Famer Paul Schwami Acosta, I'm John Beltran. 5-0 Eaton as we head to the 4th inning. And Schwami, we have a new pitcher.
Yeah, Jace Krieger's coming in, and another senior on their team, and I know they're going to try to get some time in with him as well. But again, we're trying to save some of those for the game on Monday as well. We don't want to burn too many. But he's had a good season too, Krieger does.
He threw very well. He was the winning pitcher, only threw 2 innings against Platte Valley, but by the time he exited, it was a huge lead, and the Beat Diggers won 12-0. It'll be the 9-1 and 2 hitters, Mitch Haythorne, Ben Richter, and Jaden Stone, close the book on Hondo. 78 pitches, 6 strikeouts, 3 walks, and a hit batsman. And that means we have other positional changes as well, with Krieger on the mound.
Outfield looks like it's still the same.
Well, then there are no positional changes. Hondo might just be the DH.
Yep, that's what it looks like.
Yeah, Hondo can DH here for Krieger. Mitch Haythorne had an RBI. Nope, check that. Haythorne hit that fly ball that was off the glove of Ivan in right field. So he's 0 for 1. And Krieger does throw a lot of strikes. He will pitch to contact. And the offering. Swung on and fouled off the end of the bat to the screen.
Like you said, pitch strikes. He went straight at him right away.
You know what's crazy? Krieger or Metlin or even Sessa, they would be number 1s or number 2s on a lot of stabs.
Oh, yes.
And yet they're number 4, 5, and 6s because of Shelton, Moriarty, and Hondo. The pitch swung on and fouled. One with the off-speed again. It's 0-2. Yeah, I love the way Krieger throws. He just attacks. Yeah. He's not going to blow you away, but you don't need to be blown away. You've got solid defenders behind you, even though they do have a couple of errors in this game, but that's not all on fielding errors.
Yeah, he's going to trust his defense to help him out.
And the 0-2 to Haythorne. Swing and a miss. Took something off of that. Strikeout number 7 by Beat Digger pitching. And Krieger fans Mitch Haythorne on 3 pitches, 1 down.
Comes that notorious second batter. We just got to take advantage of him here, right, John? Let's hope that streak
Schwami, I didn't want to say it, but you're right. I mean, that's the story of the game.
Yeah, that is.
The second hitter reaches. If they would have retired the second hitter in the first 2 innings, we'd be scoreless.
Absolutely, and let's hope Jace can take care of this one.
Swung on line, base hit into center field on the breaking ball. That's 4 hitters in as many innings. 4 hitters out of the 2-hole in that inning that have reached. A base hit for Richter. He's now 2 for 3.
I hated to jinx it, but I just had a feeling it was going to be tough for them to battle through on that. But, you know, Krieger came at him hard.
Jaden Stone had a 2-run single. His first time up. And Ben Richter on the bases had an RBI single.
Time for a double play.
Yeah, but this is going to be tough. Left-handed hitter and speed at first base. Krieger delivers. That's a strike at the knees with the off-speed. Looked like a little bit of a changeup. No balls and 1 strike. Although if he keeps it down, you hit the ball on the ground, and the wind is not affected as much when the ball's hit on the ground.
Even a little bounce back to the pitcher.
Oh, that'd be nice. With the shortstop covering, do a little 1-6-3.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't matter how fast the hitter is with the 1-6-3, the stretch. And Krieger looks in. Krieger to the plate. It was a bluff and a nice block there by Griffith.
I think that bluff threw off his timing a bit there, too.
Yeah, it did.
I think he caught that.
But Krieger just saved another 90 feet there. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. 1 on. It's 5-0. Eaton leads Brush here in the top of the 4th inning. Richter with about a 2.5 to 3 step lead. Jace Krieger comes home, runner going, and it bounces in. And there will be no slide, no throw. Perfect pitch to run on. And I'll be honest with you, I was surprised that pitch was called because he just threw the same pitch and to the prior one.
It was super slow, too, so it was really difficult for Ty to take it off
the
body and find it and throw down.
An easy stolen base. 2 balls and 1 strike. Laying down the sign is Griffith. Looking back is Krieger. To the plate. That is in the dirt again, blocked by Griffith. And all of a sudden, Krieger, who was throwing nothing but strikes for a while, now has thrown 3 in the dirt in a row. And watch out, because on deck you've got Walker Martin, who struck out his last time up, and he rarely strikes out twice in a row. Time is called.
But they've utilized that timeout most of this game and helped distract our pitchers quite a bit. I think that's the 5th or 6th time they've called time.
Yeah, the Beatniggers have only done it once. Yvonne stepped out. And he ended up walking in that plate appearance.
Right.
And the pitch. That's upstairs. It's a walk. That's the 4th walk issued by Beatnigger pitching. Jaden Stone is on base for the 3rd time in the game. Walker Martin walked and struck out. And right now the Reds can blow it wide open. I mean, you need a big double play here or just something hit in the infield.
Absolutely. Runners at first and second. You got it set up here. You can get a quick, easy double play. Let's hope that we can have an off day for Walker Martin here. We can only hope.
Runners take their leads with 1 down. And the Beatniggers down by 5 runs. The pitch, swing and a miss. Boy, down the heart of the plate. And again, taking something off, and Martin swung over it. It's 0-1. And you know what's happening here, because the Reds have been so good, they're taking the crowd out of the game.
Pretty much.
I mean, I could clearly hear myself where normally there's a lot of chatter.
Yeah.
Off of second is Richter. Stone at first. Lots of speed in the base paths. The stretch and the offering. And that's up and in. The runner's going. The throw to third. The slide to tag. Safe! It's a stolen base on the front end and the back end.
Beautiful slide. He was underneath the tag. There was no doubt that he was in it. Second. Double steal even for the Reds, so they've got it set up for 2 runs ready to come in.
Yeah, now the Beatniggers have no choice but to play the infield in, and that's very dangerous because Martin knows how to spray the ball very well. 1 ball, 1 strike. Jace Krieger looks in. Chest level with a glove. The pitch, up and away.
Yeah, like you said, they're playing it in on the infield now.
2 balls and 1 strike. Yeah, you need a special pitch here if you're Krieger. But nothing too fat. Pitch to Martin. Swing and a foul tip into the glove of Ty Griffith. It's 2-2.
But I don't know if it's that speed that he's off, that off speed that he's coming with him that's making it difficult for Walker, because he played off a Hondo the first 3 innings.
Yeah, I mean, Martin's timing is certainly off. Big pitch coming up here for Jace Krieger. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Runners at second and third out of the stretch with 1 out. And the offering. Breaking ball is chopped foul up the first base side towards the Reds dugout.
Well, he took a lot off of that one that time, John, with that big curveball.
Yeah, and sometimes those are easy to read because you have so much spin on it. But even then, Martin didn't get a lot of it, but enough to remain alive in the at-bat.
Yeah, that's where his talent paid off right there, John.
2 balls and 2 strikes once again. Krieger to the plate. That is upstairs. It just missed.
Jace wanted him to call the strike. You could see his look on that face, but it was a bit high on that one.
3-2 to Walker Martin. Well, if he loads the bases, not that big a deal because you do have a base open. Krieger looking for a money pitch. Swung on and fouled straight back and out of play. Well, we'll see another payoff pitch.
Let's hope he can continue. But that, he has a real good fastball. I think if he keeps with that, I mean, that's been difficult for Walker Martin this whole bat.
Without a doubt. Yeah, he swung and missed at 2 of them.
Right. I mean, come back at him with the same pitch. He's had difficulties.
A base hit will score 2.
Oh.
Pitch to Martin. Up and away. It's a walk, and the bases are loaded. That's 5 free passes by B-Digger pitching.
However, you did say a walk wouldn't be too bad. He had to leave the base open. But did you see? I thought he balked. Did you see him bounce?
Yeah, it could have been called a balk.
Okay, that was pretty darn close.
Yeah.
I was wondering if he was going to call the balk.
Ryder True has a 2-run double and grounder to short. He's 1 for 2 with the bases loaded, 1 out, and time is called. But that time Krieger did take some time there. And now the wind is as fierce as it's been all game. Lots of speed on the bases. The pitch, that is upstairs. If this turns into a big inning, then the B-Diggers all of a sudden are thinking about, boy, we want to play 7 innings.
Right.
Not reduce this to a 5-inning game. 1 ball and no strikes. And Krieger comes home. That's high. Same pitch. 2 balls and no strikes with Tate Smith on deck.
Yeah, he came out firing strikes at the beginning of the inning, and he's just kind of drifted away from that, a little bit high on his pitches lately.
Richter at third, Stone at second. Martin at first, and that's up and in. Not even close. Krieger all of a sudden in the inning has thrown 11 balls and 9 strikes. And it's 3-0. And he's going to now operate for the stretch. And that pitch is a strike. Bell tie, 3-1.
Well, I don't know. It seemed like that was a nice gesture there to make it 3-1.
Yeah, that got the top of the zone, the very top of the zone. And the 3-1. Swung on and fouled off the end of the bat to the screen.
There he goes. He settled down better with that pitch. Came in inside on him.
Well, you're just going to have to, even if you take something off, just hope that the ball's hit at somebody. Tough to strike out a guy. 3-2. He's got a 2-run double in the game. Laying down the sign is Griffith. Runners are at every base. The pitch. That's way outside. It forces in a run. Richter scores. Give the RBI to True, his 3rd of the game. And Eaton leads Brush 6-0. And that was not even close.
No, way outside. Tate Smith coming in now. This just only helps him more and more. He could keep going in the game.
Line to right and struck out looking. And the offering. That bounces in and Griffith blocks it. I think the B-Diggers are stunned here.
Yeah, I do too.
They did not expect this to be a one-sided game. Here comes
Grauberger.
Coach Grauberger out to the mound. And he's been through these trials as a pitcher as well. Also pitched at Northeastern. Trying to settle down Jace Krieger. Greg Mullen at State Farm Insurance. Home Auto Life and Health, 842-4555. That is Greg Mullen at State Farm Insurance. And let's see what the B-Diggers can do. Eaton has scored in 3 of the first 4 innings. And this 6-0 lead feels like 10-0 right now.
It is a big deficit right now here, John. And Coach Grauberger basically went out there and told him, calm down. Know your pitch count. We can do this. Just get out of the inning. Got the easy play at home. Let's just get that next out. Focus on that.
1 ball and no strikes. The stretch by Krieger and the pitch. That's a strike on the inside corner. the edge there of the inside corner. It's 1-1.
Yeah, it's almost like two. He told him, just let him put the ball in play and let your defense do the job.
Oh, that's it. That was the idea to begin with. The pitch swung on line, base it into right center field. That's going to score at least one. Another runner around third, and that's going to score two. It's a 2-run single for Tate Smith.
Helped himself on that one, John.
Richter true to third, and Eaton leads 8-0.
Just right over second base, right into right center field, and that was just right in the zone there. And, you know, Ivan Cardenas had no play at that at all, so easy 2 runs. Got a runner in for him.
And Dirk Duncan has popped out and walked. But again, and I don't know if people are listening to this, it's that second hitter. Unbelievably enough, Brush has retired the leadoff hitter in all 4 innings, but the second hitter has destroyed Brush, and the momentum just keeps going. And that swung on and driven deep into left field, way back, and that ball is caught in left center by Moriarty, shy of the fence.
Tagged in.
And it's 9-0 as tagging up from third was Richter true on the sac fly by Dirk Duncan, 2 down. And that thing was tagged, Swami.
Yeah, he was all over that. I tell you what, that wind today helped us.
Back at first, Tate Smith. Yeah, that could have been 11-0 instead of 9-0. Now Garrison has struck out twice. 7 strikeouts by B. Digger pitching. This is their biggest frame so far. They had 2 in the first and 3 in the second, now 4 in the fourth. The offering in the dirt.
Well, you don't want to lose this hitter here, John, and put one in scoring position because you're going to be, you could put yourself down a potential 10-0 lead here.
Well, one of the goals in the regular season is to play well enough that you'll be hosting a regional. But you start losing too many games, you're going to have to go on the road to get to the state tournament. And the 1-0. And that bounces away on the breaking ball. Griffith has to rip off that mask, but doesn't, but now he spots it. It'll be a wild pitch.
Is it me, or do you seem like this senior class this year have kind of started out slow at the beginning of the seasons, and then somewhere at the end of both, like football, basketball, they just turned it up?
Well, they were 1-2 in football and then ramped it up.
Yeah.
In basketball, they were hovering around 500. Then they ramped it up before losing to Manual, which was a superior team anyway, although Brush played well.
Yeah. But you're right. It hurts to travel away on those regional games, too.
Well, this class has not been able to win 2 games in a row. Swung on and fouled to the screen. When they were freshmen, they beat Lamar and lost to St. Mary's. No season as a sophomore. And then last year, destroyed their first opponent and then had a 3-run lead with 5 outs to go against Eaton and lost 6-4. But they're going to have to go on the road if they don't start winning consistently here, because they're going to drop to 1-2 more than likely. Swung on and foul back. Count moves to 2-2.
Same thing, battling back, keeping their count alive and pushing that pitch count up on our Digger pitchers.
Well, they're going to play a heck of a lot better on Monday in Eaton. There's no doubt about it. We know that for sure.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, for sure. That'll be a really good game. And Krieger with a 2-2. Breaking ball is tapped foul behind the plate.
Well, I know yesterday when they were getting ready to leave the school, I mean, they were all loading the bus, getting ready to go, and then all of a sudden you get the tone that, hey, we're canceling out on you. So you probably pump yourself up for a couple of days in a row, and then all of a sudden, you know, you've been rescheduled again.
Yeah, not easy. The pitch, up and in.
Boy, he hugged that. John, he's almost on the plate that time.
Well, that's what happened the other time.
Yeah.
Let's see. I mean, now you can't even see the box.
Yeah, there's no line. He's actually almost up on the plate. I'm not kidding. He's
no, that's what
all over it.
Yeah.
Look at
that. Again, now he's backing off a bit. It was much worse the first time. Swing and a miss, and Garrison strikes out for the 3rd time in the game. Strikeout number 8 by B. Digger pitching, but the damage has been done. The Eaton Reds score 4 runs on just 2 hits. No errors and a man left. 3 1/2 innings have been played in Brush, and the Eaton Reds are in complete control. It's Eaton 9, Brush nothing on 1010 KSIR, KSIR.com, and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. The B Diggers trailed 9-0, and apparently, what is happening with the music there, Swami? That's about 75 decibels too high.
Yeah, we got to turn the volumes down on that. I love that my crew's working hard.
No, they're doing a great job. I think that might have been the first miscue, so I'm not complaining. That pitch is inside Alejandro Matos Garcia. 1 ball and no strikes. Hondo grounded to short in his first plate appearance in the first. We're now in the 4th inning, 9-0 Eaton. And the right-hander Tate Smith to the plate. Swing and a miss up and in. You're not hitting that with a million bats.
Confidence at Smith has got to be way high after this, especially when you're up on 9-0 lead. Now you just know you can go on cruise and work your way through. But
and only 52 pitches for the right-hander. The offering swung on and fouled. And it's 0-2. 1-2, excuse me. Hondo, Metlin, and Cardenas. The Reds have 9 runs on 5 hits. They've committed an error. The Beat Diggers, no runs on 1 hit with 2 errors. Eaton has stranded 4. The Beat Diggers have left 3 on the base paths. The pitch swung on. That's grounded to short. Martin is right there to his left, and he fires to first for the out. 1 down in the bottom of inning number 4, and that'll bring up Sam Metlin, who grounded to second on that tricky hop towards Richter.
Fisher was telling us it's a good idea with that little plumbing pipe to get the next ball ready to go.
Right, I'm sure home plate umpires would like that on a more consistent basis when they work games. Without a doubt.
Boy, when I was a kid, we used to get those foul balls and get a dime for each one, and we thought we were millionaires.
Oh, that's fun stuff. Pitches outside on the fastball to Metlin. 1 ball and no strikes.
You'd think that Smith would be tiring down just a bit, but it seems like he's gotten better.
Swung on and chopped foul up the third base side towards the Digger dugout. And the count levels at 1-1. I mean, it's amazing. This is as quiet as I've heard a Brush side, but what are you going to do? Eaton has controlled the whole game. And these teams are pretty much evenly matched talent-wise, but it's not playing out on the field like this.
Yeah. I mean, I can't believe it's a full crowd here on our side, and it's just...
Well, they expected a competitive game, and that's not what's happening right now.
Totally quiet, stunned. It's a stunned crowd.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, and the base is empty. The Reds lead 9-0 in the 4th pitch to Metlin. Swung on. That ball is lifted into left field, and that is going to be way back there, and it's going to be caught. It had a little bit of carry to it, then died out there in left field, and caught by Jared McCormick, 2 down.
Yeah, McCormick was trying to find where it was going to drop, but...
I had trouble picking it up myself.
Exactly. Well, he looked like he ran back a little bit, then he wasn't sure, but yeah, good catch right underneath it.
Ivan walked his first time up. And the pitch. That is a strike on the inside corner. And the Beat Diggers are putting the ball in play quite a bit.
Yeah.
Eaton has struck out 8 times, but they've also come up with some clutch hits.
Exactly.
No balls and 1 strike. And the offering. That is a strike. Same location, same call.
Exact same location and call. Ivan looks a little frustrated on that, but that was right on that inside quarter, John.
Oh, spotted perfectly by Smith. It's 0-2. Smith gets the sign from Richter, true, and the pitch upstairs. It's 1-2. Yep. You know what that's called, Swami? Climb the ladder. Just went a little bit higher.
To see if he'd chase it.
And he did not. Let's see what happens here on the 1-2 pitch to Ivan. Smith fires in the dirt. I've been impressed with Ivan here at the plate, the first 2 appearances.
Yeah, he's actually showed the best so far. I mean, he's battling off and this pitcher quite a bit.
2 balls and 2 strikes with the bases empty. The offering swung on and driven into right field for a base hit. Nice inside out swing, and the Beat Diggers have their 2nd hit of the game as Ivan Cardenas is at first with 2 down.
Number 7 hitter, huh? Great job by him. Battled off a few pitches, able to get it there, placed it right between first and second, and Ivan safely at first. Let's see if old K-Dog can put something in play and at least get some kind of save face back to us, huh?
Yep, and K-Dog is the 7 hitter, but Ivan is right there at the 6 hole.
Right, he's a 6 hole.
But he's right there. Let's see if K-Dog can drive one. The offering, and that is over for a strike at the knees, bottom of the zone. It's 0-1. Moriarty, in his first plate appearance, he grounded out, guess who, to Walker Martin. He's like a vacuum cleaner, Swami.
He's amazing.
Go back to first, and back in standing is Yvonne.
Watching him throw from across the field, he looks like one of those pro baseball players.
Yeah.
Just incredible.
Yeah, he's the pitch. Swung on and fouled.
That's going to hit a house.
Smith is almost a 2-to-1, 42 strikes, 22 balls. I mean, you're constantly on the defensive as a hitter.
Yeah.
Yvonne took a great swing. He was on the defensive, but he worked his way back to get on first with a base hit. No balls and 2 strikes to K-Dog. The Reds lead 9-0. Runner goes. Swung on and grounded up the middle. That's going to be a base hit into right center field. Excellent hit and run. And to third is Yvonne, as second base was vacated by Ben Richter, covering for the potential steal.
And Richter lost his footing too, John, as he went down. An easy turn for Yvonne. He knew to keep going. So runners at first and third. You got it set up here for Cesar. So get some play here. Get it going. See if we can at least get something. We need a little something to get this crowd back into the ballgame.
If Yvonne doesn't take off, it's a grounder to second. The inning is over.
Absolutely. Time here by Ryder True, taking time to go talk to his pitcher.
Well, the Bee Diggers had 1 hit before this inning. Now they have 3. In fact, they were held hitless in the first 2 innings, but Ty Griffith with a base hit in the third, and now back-to-back hits from Yvonne and Moriarty here in the fourth.
I saw Hernandez heading that way for a moment, but he stopped and let the catcher talk to him. So
Hinojo struck out his first time up. The pitch. That's a strike with a fastball on the inner half at the knees. It's 0-1.
And that was the very bottom half of that strike zone.
Yeah.
Very bottom.
Yeah, it was there.
Perfect.
It was there. Just needs a piece of the baseball. Let's see if Moriarty tries to take off on the back end. He does. Up and in. No throw. And 2 in scoring position now for Cesar.
Yeah, they gave that to him. They didn't even play it at second, so.
Well, and I think that's, I mean, you get the hitter, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
1 ball, 1 strike, 2 on, 2 down. The Bee Diggers looking to dent the scoreboard a bit here. The pitch, swing and a miss on a fastball down and in.
Big swing by Cesar on that one.
Tremendous location too, Swami.
Wow.
That's what I'm saying. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Watch this guy.
1 ball and 2 strikes to Hinojos. The pitch, swing and a foul to the screen. Nice short swing.
Yep, battled it off.
I mean, the Bee Diggers have had a lot of good 2-strike swings. It's not like Tate Smith is racking up the strikeouts. He has just 3 in the game. Defense. 1 and 2. Yep. The pitch, swung on. That ball's chopped foul towards the Digger dugout on the third base side.
You know, you try to hear the swing, and because sometimes it's hard to see when you hear that sound of the bat. You're like, maybe, and boy. But Cesar's battling off great here. Keep him honest. Let's get that other run. Let's get a run in. Single could score 2.
Swung on. That's grounded to second. Richter to his right on a knee. Throws to first, and the Bee Diggers are held off the board. In the bottom of the 4th inning, they did threaten with 2 in scoring position. The Bee Diggers with no runs on 2 hits and no errors. Again, 2 men left, 4 complete. Eaton 9, Brush nothing on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. John Beltran back with Paul Acosta. Let me start the 5th inning the way I started the 4th inning. Swami, we have a new pitcher.
New pitcher, yeah. Sam Metland coming in. Big step on him and see what his pitches look like. Hopefully my Swami vision works for me so I can see how fast he's throwing. Also on the changes, you got Hondo that's stepped in over at second base now, so getting him back out on the field.
Everybody else remains the same for the Bee Diggers in what is a 9-0 Eaton lead. And really, Metland, the guy's a strike thrower.
Yeah.
He just attacks and attacks. He does the job.
He's throwing 77 right now.
Doesn't matter. I mean, Colin Farley was hitting in the 70s too, and look what he did to Brush. He did allow 6 hits, but he spotted the ball so well, and that's what Metland does. He's a similar pitcher to Farley. He spots the ball very well. Let's see if he can get through this 5th inning unscathed. And remember, the Bee Diggers have retired the leadoff hitter in each of the first 4 innings. It'll be 8, 9, and 1, McCormick, Haythorne, and Richter for Eaton. Now on Saturday, it'll be a light wind.
Yeah.
Today called for moderate wind. Yeah. Saturday, light. McCormick hit by a pitch. It struck out. 8 strikeouts. That's what's frustrating, Paul.
That's a
8 strikeouts by B. Digger pitching, and they're down 9-0. And Metland to the plate. Swung on. That is popped foul towards us. Wow, that is right there in our wheelhouse. Watch out. I mean, I didn't want to show off. I mean, normally I'd go for that ball, but I'm in the capacity. Well,
John, I got Bradley Bass here behind me who could catch anything.
I wanted my employers not to use workers' comp, so I said, let that ball go. I want to...
Got a golden glove here behind us, and he let it go right by him.
Yeah, I mean, that's weak. I mean, I would have gone for it. And the 0-1 pitch swung on. That's lined into right field for a base hit. And for the first time in the game, the Reds have a leadoff man on base. That's their 6th hit as Jared McCormick delivers.
And you're right, a first. Now that could break that streak for our boys, and maybe we could get a 1-2-3 here with Metland. Different pitcher. Different pitcher.
Yes, Mitch Haythorne has reached on an error and struck out. But you don't want Eaton to score here. If not, you've got to score in the bottom of the 5th inning. The Reds with 2 runs in the first, 3 in the second, 4 in the fourth. They lead 9-0. Metland at the belt to the plate. Over for a strike at the knees. It's 0-1.
Yeah, you said he attacks and he just goes right at him. 79-mile-an-hour pitch there.
And 79 is not that slow if you spot him well. And that was at the bottom of the zone. 2-step lead at first. The offering swung on and chopped foul up the third base side.
I tell you what, Metland's just trying to get him to put it in play and get something going.
Well, you got to get this guy out because you've got Richter and Stone coming up. And those guys have proven to be dangerous in this game.
I think also with that slower pitch, too, that he's got a potential to get a good double play ball going here. So, right-handed batter.
Well, Metland does keep the ball down. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens here. 0-2 to Mitch Haythorne, 0 for 2 in the game. The offering, and that is down and in.
Yeah, we were talking at the break that Metland could be a number 1 in some of the schools as a starter because he's just so consistent.
1 ball and 2 strikes. Jared McCormick with a leadoff base hit in the 5th inning is at first base. A huge lead. Well, you might have to go over there. Metland to the plate. That clipped the bat. That should be an out. That hit the bat.
And he caught it. That's a foul tip. Yes, he did.
No, they're putting him at first. I thought it hit the bat.
I sure thought that hit the bat.
Boy, I don't think. What did you think, Swami?
I think it hit the top side of the bat. That was a foul tip, and I think it was caught by Ty perfectly.
I don't think it hit his back. Oh, man, I would love to have run some video on that, but I'm pretty sure that tipped the bat and not his back. But they're going to say a hit batsman there. You and I saw the same thing.
Oh, yeah, top part of his bat, he ducked away, but I think it hit the bat, and Ty caught it perfect. I did. I thought that was a foul tip out. I thought he was going to call that an out, but instead he gave him the base and said that he was hit by pitch.
Yeah, actually, it wasn't even that close to his back. His bat was tilted.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that hit the bat, but it's a hit by pitch. That's too bad. That's too bad, and I don't think even Ty Griffith was aware of that. I think we had the best angle, Swami. You and I did.
Absolutely. And
I think when you're that close to the hitter, swung on, grounded up the middle. Shelton will flip the second for 1. Hondo will not make the throw to first. It looked like a double play grounder, but no throw in the back end. Fielder's choice, 6-4. There's 1 down, runners at the corners.
Yeah, he placed it right up there perfectly and thought he was going to get 2. It looked like Hondo lost the handle when he tried to turn over back to first.
Yeah, that should have been a double play. I'm telling you, I think Haythorne thought he struck out. I think he just sold it well.
Oh, he stood there looking like, uh-oh.
Jaden Stone has been on base 3 times, 2 walks and a 2-run single, and that is low. A ball and no strikes. Now the B-Diggers are going to have to score in the bottom of the 5th if Eaton can play to run here in the 5th because they're up 9-0.
I'm surprised Odell didn't come out and even contest that. I mean,
well,
like you said, maybe he didn't see it.
You can't see it from that angle.
True.
We had the best angle because we are right behind the home plate umpire. And the offering. That's a strike on the outside corner, thigh high, and the count leveled at 1-1. Because that ball went a couple of inches behind him. It's impossible that would hit your back. The only thing out there was the bat.
Yeah, no. It was easy for us to see, but again, I'm shocked. And like you said, Ty, I don't even think Ty
No, he didn't. He's too close to the bat or the pitch. And that is upstairs. So I really don't blame the umpire for that, but it's just too bad. The catcher's going to have to sell that. But you and I think clearly saw the same thing, that the Reds got a break there. Because that changed the whole inning.
Oh, absolutely. And even some of the Brush fans over here closer to you and I said they saw that too.
2 balls and 1 strike, and the offering to Stone, and that's in the dirt, scooped up by Griffith. 3-1. Nine to nothing, Eaton in the 5th inning. The wind has been consistently
relentless.
Yes, throughout the game. I just couldn't think of that. And that's a strike on the inner half to Jaden Stone, 3-2. This is the 3rd pitcher of the game for Brush. They started with Hondo. Actually, the 4th pitcher.
3rd.
No, it is 3rd. We went from Hondo for 3, Krieger, and now Metlin.
Last pitch at 77.
The pitch swung on and fouled off to the left.
75 on that last one for Metlin, according to Schwami Vision.
Yeah, 3-2. It's a lot sharper than what I see, without a doubt. Walker Martin on deck. This inning could get ugly if you don't get this hitter out. 3-2. Swung on and driven on the ground. Off the glove of the diving Matos Garcia into right field for a base hit. Runner to third. The throw is going to be offline. And now to second, the slide. And that ball gets away but backed up. It's an RBI single for Jaden Stone, on base 4 times in the game. 2 in scoring position for the Reds. They lead the Beat Diggers in the 5th inning, 10-0.
Bad hop. That thing bounced high on him. He had a good play on it. That thing bounced right over his head. So, boy, we didn't need that this late in the game, but now it's 10-0 here. So.
Well, and I'm not so sure you don't walk Walker Martin, no pun intended.
Right.
Because he's already walked twice and struck out. Yeah, I think you just put him on. But then Ryder True's on deck, and that guy he's the cleanup hitter. Metlin to the plate, up and away. Well, Tate Smith, more than likely going for the complete game if he comes out for the 5th inning.
I'm sure he will. I think that's something they wanted to do from the whole start. You know, that Todd Hernandez comes up with a good game plan every time he plays Brush.
Without a doubt. Heck of a basketball coach, too, and that pitch is a ball. 2 balls and no strikes. Here to Walker Martin. Again, 0 for 1.
Mid-70s is where he's been throwing, Sean.
Yeah. The infield is in for Brush. The stretch. And the pitch. Swung on line, base hit into right center field. That will easily score 2 runs. Richter across his home plate along with Jaden Stone. The ball continues to roll. It's going to be a 2-run double for Walker Martin. 3 across in the frame. Eaton 12. Brush nothing.
Just saw Ty Griffith throw his hands up in a bit of frustration there. I don't know if he thought that Hondo could have made that play or not, because it seemed like it was low, but I don't think he could have jumped up.
That was a clear hit. I could tell from him there's nothing he could do there.
Well, and we worried about Walker Martin getting that, and there it is. He brings in 2 more, so we're down 12-0 now.
Here's Ryder True, a 2-run double. That's all they needed in this game. And he swings and slams that ball on the ground to third. He no-hosts to first for the out. Runner to third, the throw, the slide, the tag, and out at third base. And that will be a 5-3-6 double play with a shortstop, Braxton Shelton, covering. And that ends the inning, but 3 more across for the Eaton Reds. And the Beat Diggers will need 3 runs to extend the game. 4 1/2 innings are complete. From Sunset Baseball Field, the home of the Beat Diggers, we'll have a new pitcher in the bottom of the 5th inning. It is Eaton 12, Brush nothing on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. All right, the new pitcher is Garrett Garrison. Tate Smith, the starter, and the pitcher of record moves to first base, as Eaton just had 3 runs on 3 hits. And they lead 12-0 going into the bottom of the 5th inning.
First time on the mound for Garrison for the season here. So
yeah.
He's their closer for today, I guess you'd say.
And the Beat Diggers will have a lot to prove in Eaton on Monday, Paul.
Absolutely. They're going to have to just move this game beyond them and continue and keep fighting through it. You know, we can do this. Like I said, they're that team that this year, I'll tell you what, John, there were many times I thought, down, there's no way. And then they come back and do wonders.
Pitch to Schwint. Bounces in. Caden struck out his first time up. You can close the book on Tate Smith. He goes 4 innings, 71 pitches, 3 strikeouts, allows 3 hits, a walk, and a hit batsman. Fine effort by Tate Smith.
He got better as he got farther into the game.
He did get stronger, without a doubt. And the 1-0, and that's over, but low and away.
85 on that pitch from Garrison.
2-0, maybe a slight tad away there. Yeah, Garrison, he's got a big, strong lower body. 2-0 for the right-hander. Swing and a miss. Threw it right by Caden. 2 balls and 1 strike.
This kid's a sophomore only, too, on the mound for them, so get him some action.
Yeah, the Bee Diggers might only have a couple of hitters find the plate 3 times. That is outside. Only the second plate appearance by Schwint. Griffith will be up there for a 3rd time. So will Wellen and maybe Shelton.
Schwint's one of those that are good in the box, too.
Right down the middle, strike 2 at the knees. It's 3-2 to Caden Schwint.
84 on that last one, John.
Some good velocity. Garrison comes home. Swung on, that is chopped to short. Charging as Martin sets, throws on the run, and in time. What a play by Walker Martin on the short hop, getting the speedy Schwint. And if you get him out on a ball like that, you're an exceptional defensive player, 1 down.
Oh, yeah. And, you know, the first baseman, Tate Smith, you know, he moved over to first base and super tall. It was a high throw, but still easy enough for him to keep his foot down. Not even a contest on that one.
Good move there by Todd Hernandez, because if Haythorne's over there, it might have been an overthrow.
Absolutely. Yeah, I agree.
Ty Griffith grounded to first and singled to left. He's 1 for 2. Eaton 2 outs away from a 5-inning win. The pitch, that's a strike with a fastball in the outer half. Bell tie, it's 0-1.
Ty disagreed with that one a bit, stepped out.
Garrison gets the sign. Let's see if he goes straight fastball again with a 12-run advantage. The pitch, the breaking ball is in the dirt. Yeah, at this point, you still want to work on your arsenal of pitches like it's a 0-0 game. And that's what Garrison is doing, especially as you mentioned in his first inning of work this season. And the 1-1 offering. That is a strike at the knees on the outer half. It's 1-2 to Ty Griffith with 1 down and the bases empty in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Pretty impressive with the heat for a sophomore. That was 85 miles an hour, John.
That is impressive. And the pitch and the breaking ball remains high. Ball 2, strike 2. To the junior catcher, Ty Griffith. Laying down the sign is true. And Garrett Garrison to the plate. Breaking ball is in the dirt. Check that. I think we have a new catcher in there. Yeah, that looks like Lucas Stone. Yeah, Lucas Stone is the new catcher. That's 14. It's not true out there. 3-2. Pitch to Griffith. Swung on and chopped over the mound. The shortstop, Martin, wait for it. Fields fires to first and 2 down. What an arm. He was out.
Oh,
that's a good call.
That's a beautiful throw. I cannot believe the cannon on that Walker Martin. Well, he has been a killer for us. Like you said, it's just a scoop and throw, and he's confident every time, John.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned that, Schwami. Defensively today, he's had 5 balls hit at him, and some of those have not been easy.
No, well, that last one that Ty just had was a high chopper.
Right, and the one before that was a short hop with Schwint. Yeah. Here's Kyle Wellen with 2 down and the bases empty, and the pitch. Fastball is upstairs. Wellen has grounded to third and struck out.
Any other shortstop that plays that in this league, no chance.
And Braxton's a heck of a shortstop for Brush, and he can make plays like that. And the pitch swung on and popped up. This should end the game. Behind the plate is Lucas Stone, and he makes the catch. And check that. That's not even Stone. That's 1-1. I thought it was 1-4. Let's see. That catch was made by Gunnar Duncan. Gunnar Duncan makes the catch, and the Eaton Reds, off that foul ball, have won the game over the Brush Bee Diggers 12-0. It's a 1-minute break, and the Schwami and I will wrap it up after this. Eaton 12, Brush nothing. As you are listening to Brush Bee Digger Baseball on this Thursday afternoon on 1010 KSIR, KSIR.com. and across Northeast Colorado right here on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Beat Digger postgame shows brought to you by Stubbs Gas and Oil. Fill up your cooler, gas up your car with Stubbs Gas and Oil. Easy and convenient. Make them the only stop you need on your way to the big game. That's Stubbs Gas and Oil. John Beltran back with a Schwami Paul Acosta. The Beat Diggers go down to defeat. Eaton wins in 5 innings, 12-0. 12 runs on 8 hits. The Reds commit an error. They leave 4 on base. The Beat Diggers actually stranded more. 5 is how many they stranded. No runs on 3 hits with 2 errors. The winning pitcher was Tate Smith. He went 4 innings. The loss went to Alejandro Matos Garcia. Time of the game, 1 hour and 53 minutes. And Schwami, before we run through the scoring in this game, I mean, Eaton got on the Beat Diggers early, and they took the field with a 2-0 lead and never held back.
No, at all. And, we mentioned the wind might be a factor at the beginning of the game, and we were just discussing that at break. No, Eaton came out to play, and they did a really good job. And we still got Monday ahead. We were just talking about the pitchers that are going to be playing on Monday with Moriarty and Shelton. So I think, like you were telling me, I think we'll be fine. I do. I think we will be fine. And, just got a little more confidence under them. But, this is still a good team. Just, 2 losses that we've had have been 2 tough teams, John.
Well, let's put it this way. The football team started off 1-2. They reached the state title game against Eaton. This team is 1-2. I wouldn't be surprised if you and I are having a different conversation in 2.5 months than we're having right now.
Absolutely, yeah. No, these are 2 powerhouse teams, and again, I think it's an easy bounce back for the Diggers. But like you were talking about the schedule as well. You got a good team, and then it's a not so good team, not so good team.
Doesn't help.
It doesn't help. No, it makes it more difficult because you've come off of that blowout, and then you're coming in against a real powerhouse such as Eaton. So.
It was a 2-run double by Richter, true in the first inning for a 2-0 lead. Then Ben Richter with an RBI single. Jaden Stone had a 2-run double, and it was 5-0. The Beat Diggers held the Reds off the board in the 3rd inning, but then they put the game away with 4 runs in the top of the 4th inning. And they did that off the second pitcher for Brush, Jace Krieger. Richter true with his 3rd RBI, bases loaded walk. Tate Smith with an RBI single. Dirk Duncan with a sac fly. And they just kept it going. That made it 9-0. And it was nearly 11-0 because on that sac fly, that was hit towards the fence. And then the Reds scored 3 more. In the top of the 5th inning, Walker Martin had a big 2-run double in that inning. And the Beat Diggers dropped to 1-2. Eaton improves to 2-0. Now the Beat Diggers have a doubleheader. And again, that should be a cakewalk for Brush. I hate to say it, but Welch Central played Fort Morgan to begin the year, and that was a 19-0 Fort Morgan victory in 3 innings.
Yeah.
So now you got 2 games coming up here. Saturday, 11 a.m. for the first game. Then the second game, 20 minutes after the first game. The Schwami will be with me, and then I'll be with Evan James on Monday in Eaton for the rematch between the Beat Diggers and the Eaton Reds. For Paul Acosta, I'm John Beltran. Great working with the Schwami today. The final score from Sunset Baseball Field. Schwami and I know it'll be much better on Monday, but for today, it was all Eaton Reds. They win in 5 innings over the Beat Diggers, 12-0 on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network.